Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spirituality Gone Wild and Cielo Sober Living. I'm going to bring up our beautiful Michele Garcia. Welcome. We are going to have a fun interview tonight, Michele. You know what? I am so excited because you are one of my favorite people to talk about wellness with, and you have invited one heck of an interesting guest. Tell us a little bit about our guest coming up and what we're going to be talking about.
Well, Phillip is an expert with the far red infrared sauna. It's like I think they call it far red. It's quite fascinating because it's based in water, and our bodies have this frequency that is let out by the sauna, so it permeates on a deeper, faster level. It gets hot really fast. Like there's so many benefits of the particular kind of sauna that I now offer in my sober home because of this man. And he has an amazing team of people. Like if you decided you wanted to like be somebody who's a vendor, like the people that go to these conscious life expos and health expos and like, I mean, they come back with the most fascinating talks, and it's just a really empowering team of people to be involved with. So I'm really excited about what I'm getting to do with Phillip and all his team of people that he gets to collaborate with so beautifully.
I'm excited. So, what happens when a child math prodigy, a kundalini awakening, and mission for holistic freedom collide? You get Phillip Wilson. He's a revolutionary in the world of wellness whose journey in the world of whose journey bridges the logical and mystical.
Mm.
And we're going to learn all about how saunas. I hear that they're really good for your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
what
your
I hear,
memory
and your
and your
memory.
skin and your joy and well-being. So many
So
benefits.
So then I can look more like Michele because I'm going to need to use this thing.
Stop
I'm telling you,
it.
not even.
Stop that. You beauty.
Well, and you
We're
too.
the G team.
Cha! What's I want to just take a minute and honor everybody. Let's honor Michelle's grandma who just passed. Let's just honor her really quickly
Mm,
and just hold a moment.
thank you.
And thank you so much for being Michelle's grandma, for bringing beauty into the world.
Mm,
And I feel that she's going to be here because she was also a beauty of health and wellness.
mm.
And it was exciting.
And very much one of joy and well-being and enthusiasm, like you could not believe. It's just
Go figure. What was your favorite? Tell me, like growing up, what was your favorite memory of your grandma?
just the way she would embrace me anytime I'd come over was so much love. Like you just feel it, this wrap around of total love. And then, she always loved to cook, and she cooked with so much love. And she just would make a feast of food, and everybody would just eat. It just made her so happy to watch everybody eat and connect. I mean, that's part of what I do, here all the
Yeah, it
time.
is.
It's a big part of, I guess she super influenced me in that way. It's a very nurturing thing. And, it's very connecting and enriching. So I guess that, and she had a lot of fun little names for me, like her little chocolatica, which means her chocolate, because I'm the dark one in the family.
She's her favorite little chocolate.
Yes.
I love that. Well, we love you, Grandma, and thank you.
Thank you, Debbie.
And everybody could just hold Michelle's heart, everybody, and her family. And without further ado, we're going to talk. Speaking of hearts, we're going to bring up our wonderful guest, Phillip, to the stage. Phillip, welcome.
Hi,
Hi, hi.
Phil.
Glad to be here.
Yay. So, were you able to hear the little bit I talked about the saunas?
Yes, yes,
Well, I hope I didn't butcher it. I know you know way more, and you can fill us in a little bit more clearly and more concisely about just how awesome and how they operate and what the best. And then they're portable. I forgot to mention that they're
yeah.
portable.
Well, talking about the sauna is like poetry. You just share things that you enjoy and you how you feel, and it's beautiful. I was so excited when I first saw a portable sauna around 2000 at a spa show. I was doing a biological dentist show. I was selling massage tools at that other show. And then the next day at the same hotel, there was a spa show, and I went to it, and one of my suppliers, massage tool suppliers, was there with a portable sauna. I said, "Oh my God, you can have a portable sauna in your home?" I mean, just imagine all the little boys and girls on Christmas morning. And that's how I felt. The composite of all that.
It was like Christmas morning for you when you saw everybody saw this. What now? I'm looking here, and there's quite a few different ones.
Yes.
And so I'm going to just bring it up, and we can talk about it. But how did you get into saunas?
Well, I don't remember when, but somehow in my youth, probably when I was 16, I got to experience a sauna, and just instant love, instant, like a water, seeks its own level. I just felt so good, invigorating, with the sweat pouring. Every drop of sweat, I felt that more tuned in and invigorated and vital. And so I joined in my 20s, 30s, and 40s and 50s. I joined gyms 3 times just to use their saunas, because I just have always loved the saunas. And before I got my sauna, I got a portable sauna, like an Amazon sauna, from my supplier who was selling massage tools back then. I sold 6 the first year, and I was very, very prolific. I went on and on and on and on and on, talking about like 16, 20 pages worth on my one website on the sauna. And so what happened is the Relax Sauna company took 10 years, from 1987 to 1997, to find a way to satisfy a Japanese company that said, "Can you create hot springs energy? Can you create that out of electricity so we can experience this in our homes?" And they said, "Sure, no problem." And 10 years later, they gave them a call, said, "We finally did it. we found a way using computer technology, semiconductor chips," and Taiwan makes 94% of the world's semiconductor chips. And what they're able to do is they're able to do what Planck's law says you cannot do. You cannot give you 100% far infrared ray energy and emit it from a radiator. And what far infrared energy does, it goes through the skin, through the muscles, and into the core of the body, because it penetrates very deeply, because it's the same frequency as human energy. It's the same frequency as water. So, Pythagoras said everything vibrates, everything in the world vibrates. So when this energy comes at us and it's vibrating, and we can't tell it's not us because it's the same vibration as us, it's going to be absorbed, and it's going to penetrate very deeply, and it's going to vibrate the water molecules. And that's the secret. It's all about the water. Now, Dr. Gerald Pollack says not only are 79% of the cells of our body water, but 99% of our body is water. And
Wow.
so if all the water molecules in our body and all the water in the cells of our body are vibrating, it's not surprising that 100 people in a small room dancing, the room gets hot. So it's not surprising that our body temperature gets hot. And that's the secret to the therapy of far infrared saunas. Now, near infrared penetrates about 2 millimeter and does the skin. Mid infrared, penetrates and does the muscles. But the far infrared does the skin, the muscles, the core, and vibrates all the water molecules in the whole body. And that's why it's the most therapeutic detoxification machine.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And when it vibrates, when Hippocrates, I said, "Find me a way to create fever and sweat, and I will cure any disease." That's profound.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, wait a second, they ought to teach this the first day of medical school. And the true cure for cancer is not cutting, poisoning, and burning, but it's hyperthermia, increasing body temperature. There's a hospital in Germany called St. George Hospital, and they go there. They increase your body temperature like to 104, 105 degrees, and that kills all the parasites, everything in your body. Like a clean engine works better than a dirty engine. I know that's hard to believe, but they also have sophisticated temperature.
Yeah.
Where the body doesn't get to 108 and the body dies. And there's also a place in Loveland, Colorado, that has bath fever therapy. They put you in a bathtub. Now, a hot tub at 104, 105 degrees is just great. 103 is too cold. 104, 105 is great. They get the temperature of the bath to 108, 112, and they put water. They do all these things in you to get you to have a fever, and they that's the way they treat cancer.
Yeah,
Now,
that's how you
Wow.
flush it. That's where I'm going. I'm going to Colorado to visit Debbie
oh,
tomorrow for her graduation, in fact. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to go into the hot baths and the mud
oh wow,
baths.
yeah, beautiful.
Real
I've
fun.
always I'm a connoisseur of any kind of hot springs. I just have always, every time I get a chance, that's one of my most fun things to do, and of course saunas as well, and they're like hand in hand. But the Mayo Clinic says to its heart patients, do not ever go into a wooden finish sauna, and don't go into a hot tub, because the heart then has to race to find an equilibrium between your body temperature, which those things don't make it increase, but they only increase the outside temperature. But they said in 2004, find me a way to create. I know that they said that the far infrared saunas are extremely therapeutic because they raise body temperature so you can handle the outside temperature increase.
It's gentler.
Yes.
It's a gentler experience on the body. You're not, um, yeah, that's beautiful.
So I'm loving this. I'm curious now, Michele. You have both saunas,
I
and
do.
you.
I do.
So you and I want to bring it up again. Which one of these are you using?
No, so I have on only one of his. I have the wood one. So you know what,
So do
Philip?
I.
I was listening to what you're saying there, like, oh wow, I spent a lot of money on my wood. It's infrared, but his when I heard, because we have a mutual friend, he's a chiropractor, Anthony, and when I heard him share the far more intensive benefits, I had to see for myself. So I have been trying it. Philip wanted me to try it before we even did this interview so that I could really speak to the benefits. And I'm a big proponent of sweating. I do hot yoga, I do cold plunge, I do the mineral waters.
She
But when
does.
I did this, one of the things I love was it instantly heats up. You don't have to wait like a long time. It self cleans. I did feel invigorated after, but I mean, I do always feel invigorated when I sweat, but I feel like it was like buckets of sweat. Like it was like a lot. And, you know, I don't know if I ate more fats that week or what, Philip, or more salt or whatever, but it was a good flush in a shorter amount of time. And so, yeah, I mean, and it's inexpensive. I mean, it really didn't cost it obviously as much as the wood ones. The zipper silver is reflective, I'm learning, and the reflection off of it works to intensify the experience.
Which one is that? Is it this black one?
So no, I got the silver one.
Oh, the silver one. Okay.
Right, right. And so one of my clients, John, just tried it. He loved it. Again, all you have to do is turn it on for a while, like 15 minutes, 30 minutes. And it self cleans, wipe it down. There's a chair you sit in inside of it. So you get in the chair, you zip it up. There's little hand pockets if you want for more air or your hands. I go in and I even put my face in for a while too, but your head it's meant to come up. And I was listening to some of the other people. There's a professionals meeting I want to get on board with, Philip, but I was at the other, group meeting about it with the other people who know about this and they also, do dip the head or sometimes come out. And there's just different ways you can go about it. But even sitting in it, he said it's like it makes the body feel rested. And I would concur. But I always feel rested in warmth. I think women in general, too, lean into really being able to benefit a lot hormonally from that experience.
When people go in the relaxed sauna at conferences, I put them in for 5 to 7 minutes so they can have a catharsis and not sweat necessarily. Sometimes people will sweat a little bit, but I tell them two things. I say it's going to feel like your grandma is giving you the most wonderful, loving hug in the world.
Yeah, kind of does feel like warm, like that warm. Yeah.
Or you're basking in divine love. And the second thing I tell them is that in 5 to 7 minutes without sweating, 100% to 50% of your pain will be gone, guaranteed every time, and there's no preheating. Now, most saunas take 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 minutes to preheat.
Yep.
And you're in and out and done in 20 minutes. And now also, and I'm not sure if you can tell, I've only, for a week or two, but there's a difference between the Relax Far Infrared energy, because it's 100% pure, and all of it resonates with our water molecules. So we absorb it all. We don't resist it. But if you had near infrared or mid infrared, which are too far away from the water to vibrate it, we unconsciously resist energy that's not us. And so there's a little bit of a harshness there. And then you have the softness. So when you go 100% pure far infrared ray, the Relax Sauna tested this at Harvard MIT Science and Technology Lab. We were 100% far infrared ray between 7 and 14 microns. Did you notice a difference in the like people say, this chiropractor was at the booth. He said, "What is this?" I said, "It's loving light." He says, "Hey, I'm a doctor. Can you give me more of a scientific explanation?" So I went on for 5 or 10 minutes. And then he said, "This is really great." He came back the next day and said, "I've been thinking about it. I think loving light is the best description of what this is."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a beautiful feedback.
Yeah. So
I like that.
did you experience a subtle difference, or did it,
Well, I am always in my loving and
Yeah,
I'm
right.
always excited to be, for the most part, right? So, and I'm always excited to detox and I do it so regularly, but I think a subtlety difference would be, like I said, the gentleness of it. And I kind of was thinking, gosh, am I getting as intense or deep of an experience because it seems so gentle that, like, sometimes I associate, if it's more challenging, that somehow it's more effective, but I'm listening to you and that's not so. So, I appreciate that information because I will take that into my experience with me.
See, when you listen, you can actually, like I put different people in, maybe 30% of the people are there and they can feel the energy in their body moving. And others, they just feel hot, or they can't differentiate between the outside heat, which is the byproduct, and the see, in the Relax Sauna tent, and you can sort of see it before, I've got the black one there. The inside is silver. On the silver sauna, the outside is silver, and the silver acts as a mirror, because we don't have panels all over, and that's why we're not selling for 20,000. We're only selling for 1,700 or 2,300, because our technology is so advanced that it's very costly to make far infrared ray. Like I was starting to tell you, we sent the Relax Sauna and 2 other portable saunas to Harvard MIT Science and Technology Lab. We tested 100% 7 to 14 micron far infrared ray. The $1,300 portable sauna was only 8% far infrared ray, and the Amazon sauna was 100% near. And what's more astounding is that although the $1,300 was 20% more therapeutic in terms of the depth of the intensity of the penetration than the Amazon sauna, we were 450% more depth of intensity of the penetration of the Amazon, and 350% of the $1,300 sauna. We had 1/12 the EMF and 180th the EMF of the other 2 saunas. So, it's like the lady who does detox therapy in Las Vegas. She's a detox specialist. She said, not all saunas are alike. They're not. They all have different doses. That's like thinking all vitamin C supplements are all, you got liposomal vitamin C, which is usually more effective than vitamin C. And also you can have a gram of vitamin C, or you can have 100 milligrams. And so, when you get a sauna, it's always good to ask. And most people don't tell you. Most sauna companies never tell you what percentage of their frequency is far infrared ray. And then they try to pretend that full spectrum infrared is a good thing, because then you're getting the near and the mid and the far. But that's nice, but the near and the mid have no effect on the water molecules. And if you want to increase body temperature and fulfill the dream of Hippocrates, you want to increase body temperature.
Okay, I love this. Now, just for the curiosity of the audience, and hi everybody, hi Debbie, hi Tammy. I actually have one of your videos that you. I'm not sure if this was at the Conscious Life Festival, but if y'all want to see this in action, let's take a look. See, let's take some look-see poo.
Yay!
Oops.
Yeah, I don't know when.
I've done it twice now
Okay.
here at the conference, and it's fantastic.
Yes.
I have a far infrared sauna at home, but this is so much more convenient. It heats up right away. You can feel the warmth. It's a different kind of heat. It's kind of like you're enveloped in the heat. If you stay in long enough, you're definitely going to get a great sweat. In 10 minutes feels fantastic. 20 minutes, you're sweating. But
Yeah.
it feels great. And when I came out, I had been in for 15 minutes the first time, and I had more flexibility. So you could feel it pretty quickly. So I'm excited to take one home.
And you felt like you were being hugged by your loving grandma?
Yes, yes,
It was a
Very
different feeling in your other sauna.
yes. It's very different. It's more relaxing,
Yeah.
honestly.
How long have you had your other sauna?
Ooh, 8 years.
Okay.
hmm
It's a wooden one?
It's a wooden one. It takes quite a bit of time to heat up. And to actually get a really good sweat, I've got to be in there a solid hour.
20 minutes is a long difference, isn't it?
It is. So I will use this every day. It's very convenient.
And you and your husband are really excited.
We are excited.
And he's a doctor.
He is.
Yes. And so he's been around the block.
He has.
And so have you.
Yes.
Any last comments about the Relax Sauna?
I'm very excited to take it home, and thank you, Phillip.
Okay, thanks a lot. That's relaxsaunas with an S.com, relaxsaunas.com. And thanks so much for sharing with the rest of the world.
There we go.
What a nice testimony she did.
I love that. That's super cool. Now, what about mine has lava rock, and I can use steam with it.
Well, steam is, like some people have mentioned this recently. If you're using steam and you're using water that's full of fluoride and all sorts of gunk, steam may not actually be that good. But I still like steam saunas better than, I used to go into the steam saunas and I liked them, but the far infrared warms you to the core. It's like it goes deep and activates the parasympathetic nervous system and gets you outside of time. When you're outside of time, you're free.
I love that. So I live in Alamosa. I have an artisan well, so my water is pure from the ground, and I think that probably makes a big difference too. But I love, so mood boosting wise, it looks like infrared's great for gentle relaxation, boosting serotonin, and it looks like they're both about equal. It looks like the temperature can be higher with the lava, possibly. But it sounds to me like the infrared kind of gets in. You said that it's sort of speaking to your cells, because we're talking about water. And wherever we're talking about light and water, and we're talking about frequency, then we're also talking about vibration, right? And resonance. Yeah. And so it's resonating in the cells. And I think that's actually pretty cool. We have a good question though coming up here from Tammy, if I can bring it up. She wants to know if you should go in the sauna after you jump in the pool.
That's for my clients.
Yeah, but basically, I was at the Rainbow Festival in 1972 in Strawberry Lake, Colorado, in Granby, Colorado, and they did a great big sweat lodge, and after they did the sweat lodge, they all went and jumped in the lake. So contrast therapy can be very, very good. The guy who published on Reddit.com said, I've looked at all the research on far infrared saunas, on the wooden saunas, and I am impressed. So I bought me a $250 Amazon sauna, and I've tested it to see if it can do what those saunas do. And I'll be so excited, especially, when I pair it with cold showers. And he was very disappointed because it only increased body temperature a half a degree. And furthermore, not only that, it didn't do anything for heart rate variability.
Mm.
So everyone was talking about a $500 sauna on there that was reputed to be the best, great reviews, same results. Then he got the Relax sauna, 3.2 degree increase in body temperature in 25 minutes. Heart rate variability was off the charts in terms of so much more than what the far infrared research showed. It was significantly more. It just blew him away. And he measured the temperature of your body every minute, the temperature inside the tent every minute, and did all this sophisticated, he was like a mini scientist. And he said, I'd like to recommend the $250 saunas, but I can't because they do not do. I can only recommend the Relax sauna paired with cold showers. It's a great combination. We go to the cryotherapy conferences every year, where there is contrast therapy. You do the sauna and then you do the cryotherapy or the cold plunge or whatever.
Yeah.
I used to do cold showers, alternating cold showers and hot showers about 20, 30 years ago, but I just discovered I was a wuss.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny. I think you build up to that. My mom used to be a teacher at Jack LaLanne, and they had it way back then at the cold dip.
Oh yeah.
He integrated it. And then if you go to the Korean spas, they know everything about the skin. They're like, so there's the mineral waters there in the saunas, and then always a cold plunge there. It's great. It tightens the skin. It drains the lymphatic system. It's just a great flush and rejuvenating of your entire being. Again, important to have clean water. I'm not a big proponent of chlorine water after you have open pores from the sweating. I'm not so sure I want to jump into something too chlorinated to absorb that, but a cold shower, we have soft water here. We have filtered water, saying everything. I'm big on that. You know what? There's Adam Masters here is on, and I would just love for him to give you feedback. He's just such a brilliant man. He knows anything and everything about, health and wellness. He's all definitely. It looks like he's giving you the big thumbs up.
Well, I've been doing some comparisons, and what I think is interesting is that the infrared sauna, it's more gentle, which I think is really nice. And if you're somebody that's sensitive to heat like I am, infrared's going to be better. And for deep tissue healing and pain relief, the infrared sauna definitely wins out for sure.
But
So
what is it when you say far infrared? Is that different than infrared?
Okay, I've got a degree in mathematics. So far infrared is a subset of infrared.
Okay.
That means infrared. See, first there's ultraviolet, then there's visible light, and then in the toaster, that neon toaster, that's visible in near infrared, and then near infrared becomes invisible. We can't see it with our eyes.
Wow.
And the near infrared only penetrates 1 to 2 millimeters, and it's good for the skin. And then the that's between the measurements, like the vibration of red is 0.76. It ends at 0.76. And then from 0.76 to 2 microns, or 760 nanometers to 2000 nanometers, that's called near infrared. And it's, again, too far from 8,000 nanometers of the water, or 8 microns. So it doesn't vibrate the water, but it does the skin. And you can have a near infrared lasers and that can turn on a TV, or turn on the soap, or turn on the water. That's what they use it for. It's a thermal energy you can feel when you stick your hand. The water comes out. How did that happen? It's magic. It's woo woo. But basically, the mid and the near are good. They have their benefits. But the far does everything that the near does, and the mid, and to the core. Like when you go out into the sun on a hot day, and to the core, you feel that deep penetrating warmth. Oh my God. It's just Yeah,
It
that
kind of happens here in the desert a lot. It looks like we've got some more questions.
We
and
do. We do.
comments.
We absolutely do. And I've got to say, I mean, from the research that you've stated already, you guys, we're not going to give medical advice, but what I will tell you is that the research is proving that it's better. The infrared is better for muscle pain, which I would be more interested in, and also heat sensitivity because I have a lot of heat sensitivity.
Okay.
So I love that. So the questions we have, I'm going to go run through them, and I think they all kind of can be answered at once. Jessica says she suffers from chronic pain. Does the sauna, will it help her pain? Debbie says, how does the far infrared heat do with nerve pain like fibromyalgia? And then we'll get to Adam's right after.
by the way, I consider Adam as one of my best friends.
No way. You know each other. They've just
Yeah,
finished.
yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I was
He's awesome.
earlier today, and I didn't, I don't even know if he knew I was going to be on here. So that's funny.
Well, I
That's
posted about
awesome.
it, but he's a dear friend of mine.
Hi, Adam.
His, his book is one of the best books I've ever read.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
it.
No,
So
yeah, you need to
how-
meet him, Debbie.
I do want to meet you, Adam. So how does the far infrared heat do with nerve pain like fibromyalgia?
The first year we were selling the sauna, everyone told us that they slept better, their arthritis went away, and the fibromyalgia pain would go away almost all the time.
Really? That's awesome.
We've got this in my store. We had a mother and a daughter both being interviewed at the time about all their fibromyalgia pain going away. How it's just improved the quality of her life so much. Again, 50% to 100% of your pain, almost always chronic pain, fibromyalgia, arthritis, neuropathy, whatever it is, Lyme disease, people with cancer, any kind of ailment, shoulder pain, neck pain, back pain, knee pain. It's like foot pain. It's like miracles. It also makes you more beautiful.
Okay, I'm about that.
I
Let's see
concur.
that.
I really
Okay, no.
do. Any form
Okay.
of detoxing with this, a big flush,
Both
is beautifying. It sure is.
both my ex-wife and my current girlfriend, it's amazing what it does to their breasts, looking so much more beautiful than they've ever been.
Well, if you think about it, your skin is the largest organ of your body, right?
Yeah.
And you are literally sweating out everything that, and bringing in new water and just like doing an incredible cleanse. So Adam's asking if there's a Zoom link in, and he's talking about the best benefits of infrared is the neurotoxin detox for relief of the autoimmune system. Wow. Yes.
Absolutely. And this is something that there's lots of energy medicine devices out there. You got red light, you got microcurrent, and they're all good and they all have their benefits, but only the far infrared ray will vibrate the water molecules and start detoxing. And it is definitely one of the best things for the autoimmune system. There are 5-6 cancer clinics who sell the Relax sauna to their patients, like the place that does fever therapy in Loveland, Colorado. I think it's called Eden. And after people leave there, they recommend they purchase a Relax sauna to continue a therapy, not quite as potent, but certainly to keep it up, because getting your body temperature, like Dr. Paul Anderson says, to 101.5, 101.9, getting it up to that all the time is like, wow.
When you say all the time, Philip, we're talking about 5 days a week.
I use it pretty much maybe 10 times a week. I usually use it every morning and some night.
Okay. Every morning and every night. Okay.
But it's like I shower almost every day. I take the sauna almost every day. But the 5 to 7 minute treatments are extremely therapeutic.
Oh, real short. Okay. Because when I go in for a pretty long amount, like Sometimes I stay for an hour. I
Oh,
do
yeah.
30 minutes. Not in the one that I just got, the new one, but in this one, it's like at the timer at 30 minutes. So I just would stop at 30 minutes, which
Yeah,
was
right.
great. I mean, it was very effective. I also like to, sometimes I'll put ozone in my water and drink it. I have an ozone machine.
Yes.
And I'm also on an ivermectin fast right now. I mean, I've been doing the ivermectin treatment alongside with some other things, binders and different things for clearing. And I know that that can be really good for detoxifying.
We were at a conference about a year and a half ago, and two vaccine injured nurses were both speaking at the conference,
Mm-hmm.
and they both got in the sauna different times, and they both cried.
Oh,
Because
wow.
they felt relief. They could have feeling in their fingers for the first time in 2.5 years.
Oh,
They
my
could-
goodness. Wow. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, they could feel the circulation in their legs from the hip to
Okay.
the foot for the first time. Because if you have neuropathy, because it goes against neurotoxins. I know Raymond Ray Blockson, or I can't even remember his name, but we met him, Blaylock, I think Ray Blaylock or something. He talks about neurotoxins all the time, and that's something that's hard to get rid of. But when you get all the cells to vibrate and cleanse, it's like when a washing machine uses water, the water vibrates and cleanses every fiber of the clothes.
Mm.
And so if you could think of the invisible light going inside your body and cleansing every cell of your body,
Mm.
that's profound. And you feel better than zest. I mean, you feel really clean when you come out for 20 minutes.
Better than cess.
Yeah.
Super clear. Well, I mean, neuropathy is something that is
Yeah.
it's pretty rapid in the recovery world, because if anybody's ever had addiction issues, whether it's alcohol or whatever, it can cause a lot of nerve damage, and
Yes.
there can be, so that's a really big one, I think. Adam, I put the link into the chat, so if you want to pop in, you feel free. That I found another video though. I found another one. Let's take a look. See. Let's see.
Hop on, Adam.
Hop on in. All right. So let's just bring this up. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm a doctor that feels that every house in the country ought to have a far infrared sauna in it. And I find that this one is one of the easiest to use, one of the best ones out there, very effective, very cost effective.
Portability and the convenience of it. I use it at home. My wife and kids sit in it every day.
It was like the radiant energy going through my entire body was like magic, really. That length of time in 5 minutes. And I said, I have to have one of these.
I like the relaxation effect mostly, and the fact that it can help reduce heavy metal toxicity as well as chemicals such as PCBs.
I've done up to an hour on various other saunas. It takes longer to heat up. This just heats up in an instant, and it's light, it's portable, it's effective, and it really does the job.
I just find that this one's a much higher quality and I think much more effective infrared experience.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Lots
I think
of
that's pretty cool.
doctors-
I'm
lots of
like,
doctors advocating for you. Wow, that's nice.
I'm all ready. I'm ready to try it. I want to try this one.
Right, Debbie?
Yeah. So, and I remember asking you, Philip, can I put this into the sauna that I have now? Is it going to be just as effective if I put it in my sauna, or do I need to have it in that enclosed?
Your sauna will then be more effective. The Relax sauna was designed to have a mirror so that you're absorbing the far infrared energy. You get an even distribution because it's like the moon is reflected sunlight. You can actually feel from the lower back, you can feel the intense energy coming from the silver tent. And it's like it and you sit there and you just feel it vibrating, and you can feel the energy and circulating. And one guy, and this is the extraordinary technology conference in Albuquerque about 8 months ago. He could feel his mitochondria creating energy. He says, I feel it in my hands, I feel it in my feet, now my legs, now my chest, now my brain. Yeah.
I can speak to that actually now that you mention it. I get hot feet like so much. I got to put like on those blocks, I got to put something. It gets really activated for me. And yeah, I don't know I didn't know what that was about, but
the if you put your feet underneath the chair, that's where the light congregates, so it gets really hot. So I usually put my feet in the space between the two blocks. And
not on the blocks, because like these little foot marks, it seems like you're supposed to put them up on the block. So
that's for small women.
Oh, well, I'm 5'4". I'm not that big.
No, but you know, I sit in a half lotus because I can.
On the chair, or just without the chair?
On the chair. I sit in a half.
Oh, okay, that's kind of a cool idea. I like that. That would be comfortable.
Yeah. And then you can just play around with your feet, you know, and figure out what to do with them.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I can put them on the floor now that I know that.
Yeah, if you sit on the floor, then you take the poles out and have the radiators face up, and then use 2 of the poles to keep the tent erect. That's like the advanced course.
The advanced course. Okay, so I want to know the burning question that everybody wants to know. How much are these?
The silver sauna is $1,700.
Okay.
And there's 50 shipping in the US. There's no tax. The black tent sauna was made for rich Taiwanese who wanted to feel special, like being a member of the Harley Club. So they had to make it special. So they made it a little thicker, and they put this gorgeous embroidered ivory logo on the front, you know, embroidered. And so now if you have a high-end spa, you're going to say, I don't care how much it is. This looks gorgeous. I want it. It brings me joy. And if you're a professional baseball team or athlete, usually the Major League Baseball team always order the black saunas, the black tent saunas. Like the Dodgers asked us to send 2 saunas to Citi Field during the national championship last year.
That's so neat.
And they I have a picture of one of the players in the runway between the dugout and the locker room using the Relax sauna. And someone went to the baseball game at the Cincinnati Reds, you know, stadium, and took a picture of the Relax sauna in their bullpen.
Fun. Oh my gosh, that's so ideal. I could see where it'd be good for, you know, sports people who get injuries, you know, recovery, you know, or just not preventative to getting them. But for sure, my clients, you know, because their immune systems and, you know, this is a multitude of different things that can happen from, you know, addiction when you get here. Even and now that they're in aftercare, it's great because they can, you know, they can gently heal whatever is going on. Most of the time it's the liver too, you know. We do a lot of damage to the filter of our body when you're running.
Oh, let's talk about that. Let's talk how does it work on the organs? I like that one.
If you can get the water molecules in every organ pulsating, it's gonna cleanse the organ, and the organ's gonna work better.
100%, yeah.
It's like.
And then do you recommend drinking water with electrolytes while you're yeah.
The one, you know, contraindication of the Relax sauna is dehydration. So I would drink water before I go in, and then afterwards I want to drink water. It's like you're driven to drink it because it's but yeah, using trace elements or any kind of electrolytes it's always a healthy thing to do. And we went to I think Cellcore is a company that has a lot of professional you know, doctors using their products, and it's a binder, and they recommend using it like a half an hour before you get into the sauna. And they invited us to go to their conference, and you know, the Relax sauna works with any detox program. It'll help the detox program be more effective because it's like, you know, we're like, if you're Batman, we're Robin.
I love that. Yeah. So Cellcore, I believe they're the same one that do the little oxygen. It's like a little, isn't it? I mean, it sells something, but it's oxygen in a bottle, like liquid though. You put it in your water. Is that what you're talking about? That line?
I'm not sure, but I know
Okay.
that I know their main products were binders that I was attracted to.
I would love to get some. I like doing binders when like with the ivermectin, it's really important to do binders.
Yeah. And that's why I brought up those two nurses, because you mentioned ivermectin, and a lot of the people like Dr. Brian Artis, Dr. Christian Northrup, Dr. Carrie Madej, Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, Dr. Judy Mikovits, Dr. Paul Thomas, Dr. Robert O. Young, they all, and Dr. Larry Pilevsky, they all have purchased Relax saunas, and they all, promote them. There's Henry Ely, there's Dr. Edward Group, and then there's so many, Dr. Klinghardt, they go on and on.
You said Dr. Group. Did you say Dr. Group?
Yeah, Dr. Edward Group. He and his brother both bought saunas from us.
So you're talking about Dr. Edward Group from the Holistic Center in Texas?
Let's see. I think they're in Arizona. I mean, he works with the Healing of the Ages. Dr. Ely, Dr. Group, Dr. Janice Schmidt, and Dr. Brian Artis all work together to have a conference called Healing for the Ages.
Dr. Group is the Global Healing Center, right?
Yeah, Global Healing Center. They're out of Arizona. Yeah.
Oh, they're in Arizona. I don't know. They might have been in Texas at one point. Yeah. But Dr. Group is literally one of my favorite of all time.
He's great.
Oh my God. Dr. Group. Oh, listen, y'all, if you haven't ever checked out Dr. Group at the Global Healing Center, you're really going to need to do that. He is one of my favorites. He has, Dr. Group is Texas. That's what I thought. Yeah. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
Adam can't log on. I wish he could. He's not finding a way to log on. He tried to.
The Global Healing products are also quite good.
I swear by them. I swear by them. He has the best liver cleanse I've ever used. But it's not just that. He was the one that first started talking about B12 and methylbolibin versus cynobolibin. Yes. And he has he just has just so many great things. I love him. Dr. Group's your healing partner for Maha. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Adam is an alchemist, and I think you and him would have lovely conversations. Alchemy on a level that I think not everyone is
I'm excited about that.
And astute, and he's quite gifted with his hands too. He does work. He goes to all the festivals. I'll be like at a big spiritual festival, and Adam will just come do a little body work on you and give you a little tincture, and wow, like you're feeling amazing for everybody. He's there to help the healers, and I'm just so thankful for Adam.
Thank you, Adam. We love that. And I want to share the screen again because I want to show everybody, if you're really curious and you're interested in purchasing the sauna, let's look at the Silver Elite sauna. This is right here. I put the link into the chat, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time. Here you go. And you can just go right online and you can see the reviews are excellent. You can buy it really easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's look at the different, looks like it's not too big. So this looks like it's pretty easy to set up and just keep it in the corner of your house or something, or if you have an extra room. Looks like it easily travels.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead.
It fits in a suitcase.
Fits in a suitcase. And then let's just take a look-see. There you guys go. All right. This is awesome. Then you go down here. We have supplemental facts. So the far infrared, well, I'll let you all just read that real quick.
I can't read it. It's too small. Read it for us.
Can you guys see it now?
No way. I'm nearsighted, so.
Okay.
I can't see
all right. So the far infrared 1.5-2 inch fur penetration is at 100%. Far infrared frequency 7 to 14 microns. 100%. Medical grade far infrared quality is 100%. Award-winning far infrared innovation 100%. Patented semiconductor chips 100%. Calories are 0, and the active ingredient is pure loving light, which I completely love. So if you're wanting to transform your wellness routine with the Silver Elite Relax Sauna, it's engineered to deliver powerful far infrared frequency. And we invite you to experience a new level of rejuvenation. Step inside and let the award-winning far infrared technology harmonize with your body's natural intelligence. And you guys can keep looking on here. We've got a quick startup, portable. That's one of the things that I read on the reviews, is that people really, really love the fact that it's quick, fast, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, low EMF. We know that we like that. And it's fantastic. You guys can check out the reviews for yourself. There are the different ones. There's a lie down sauna. There's a desktop table lamp, but we're not going to get into all that, but you guys can take a look. So there you go. And let me go ahead and stop the share. So I highly encourage anyone out there to either reach out to Phillip. And Phillip, you can give your information on how everybody can reach you. I'll go ahead and put your information across the screen again one more time. Anybody have any last questions before that we head out?
Does Michele have a discount code for them to use?
Does Michele have a discount code? I don't know. Does she?
You can write Cielo, Cielo, as a discount code. I'm just making that one up because that's why I own Cielo Sober Living and I own Cielo Spiritual Foundation. And
I'll make that code. I'll make it up in the next couple minutes where it'll be $100 off. As a matter of fact,
save a seed note.
I'm going to make it $150 off until May 31st. And then it'll revert to being $100 off.
I love that. I love that.
How cool is that? And you're supporting a sober community in a way because it keeps things alive and going here. We continue to help people. I mean, Phillip, I can't wait to share this with more people at the conferences I'm lined up to go to coming up.
I'm excited about it too. And speaking of Cielo Sober Living, you guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break and listen to more great stuff about Cielo.
Welcome to Cielo Sober Living, a spiritual haven in Coachella Valley, featuring 12-step work, sound bath meditation, conscious recovery meetings, and other holistic practices to build a strong foundation. Michele Garcia brings value to the program with a holistic approach. She guides and supports residents with care and dedication. Meals are provided, and dinner is shared together each night. Experience a safe and nurturing environment that fosters growth and healing. To learn more about our transformative offerings at cielosoberliving.com or call 877-394-8355.
Yay! Cielo Sober Living, everybody. Thank you so much. Phillip, how can everybody get a hold of you? And if they have more questions, how can they reach you?
Well, the phil@relaxsaunas.com is my email. phil@relaxsaunas.com. That's plural. If they want, they can call me at my cell phone at 626-200-8454. And of course, go to the relaxsaunas.com website, educate yourself. There's lots of research articles. We've been doing this for 23 years. I've been at over 8,000 times. I've put, like I said, 150,000 people in the sauna and seen 30,000 minor and major miracles. And if you can fly on the wall, hearing what people say when they come out of the Relax Sauna at a conference, you would buy a Relax Sauna in a heartbeat.
Phillip, I want to extend that if you're in the Coachella Valley area, Palm Springs, Cathedral City, I'm in Cathedral City, near Palm Springs, between Palm Springs and Rancho Mirage. So if you are in this area, please come and try it and have an experience with it firsthand, because, there's nothing like having an actual physical experience with it. Or if you know someone that lives in the Coachella Valley area, you're visiting, because gosh, we get a lot of tourists, come ahead and try it. And then you can see for yourself. And yeah, I mean, it's here and it's, that's why I have it. I want to share it with the world.
I love it. I'm super excited about this. I mean, saunas are definitely the healing modality that I think all of us should be stepping into. I'm personally excited about the fact that it has so much more benefit for healing your muscles, and for somebody who's been through a lot of physical stuff like I have, that's a really important thing for me. And I love the fact, again, that it is for those who are more sensitive to heat, which I can be. So you guys, if you're going to go ahead and purchase a sauna, use the code Cielo. It's right there. It's going across the screen. All you have to do is screenshot your phone, screenshot it, and there you go. Okay. And Philip, I can't thank you enough. This has been so much fun. Maybe we'll have another one where we have a panel come on and we can all talk about it. Michele could give us a live she can give us a live presentation.
Yes.
She can we'll just see her head in a little as she's sitting there.
I have some videos like that on my social media.
She does. Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah. It's been great. I appreciate this. This was incredibly informational. So thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I really enjoyed it. And it was a pleasure to meet both of you, online. And there is so much benefit that people can derive from using the Relax Sauna. And it blows me away how many people who have $8,000 saunas get in the Relax Sauna and says night and day difference. This one is the new love of my life.
I love that.
It's your new best friend. Yes.
It's the new best friend. You guys need a new best friend. So, all right, hang tight, everybody. We're going to go ahead and close out the show. Thank you all for being here. And remember to check out Cielo's Spiritual Foundation. I am Debbie G from Spirituality Gone Wild. And this has been another episode for Wellness Wednesday.